It's beer and food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Shepherd Neame, and it's a bottle of their Bear Island East Coast Pale Ale, coming in at 4.8% ABV. Picked this one up in Tesco's, relatively new beer for 2019. And we're going to be pairing it with a Naked Noodle Thai Sweet Chili. I've put the water in, put the plastic lid back on. You're not supposed to do that, but let the noodles steam up. They got about a minute or two to go. So without further ado, let the noodles cook themselves in hot water. We'll get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. I've not had a beer from Shepherd Neame, or reviewed a beer from Shepherd Neame for a long time. I used to have a contact down there called, his name was John at Shepherd Neame, and he used to always send me stuff up from the brewery, but I think he's moved on to somewhere like Pepsi now, doing some other stuff, which you do. Can't stay in the same place all the time. So yeah, first beer in a while from Shepherd Neame. So I picked this up myself in Tesco. We got a one finger whitehead, well it's dissipated now. Good levels of carbonation. Clear golden amber coloured beer. Let's get the aroma. And just what I was expecting really. There's a mix of real traditional brewing here. Shepherd Neame, one of Britain's oldest brewers at 1698 I think they are. So a lot of tradition in this beer, but at the same time some New World American hops. What do we have? It's been brewed with Boudicca, Amarillo and Cascade. When I talk about the traditional aspect of this beer, I'm talking about the maltiness of the beer. There is definitely a sweet maltiness coming through. But it smells okay. Sweet, bitter with the hops. Sweetness from the malt, bitter from the hops. Let's dive in. Cheers everybody. It's a really malty brew, to be honest. A real malty brew. It's very biscuity, it's very bready. There's a copper, kind of like, there's a load of copper pennies dropped up at the bottom of this glass. It's quite tinny. There's quite an aggressive carbonation as well. It kind of like fizzes and hisses on your palate. And then after it kind of fights through all that kind of toffee malt, that biscuit malt, that breadiness, after the hops try and fight through that, you're left with like this bitterness on the back end with a little bit of a hop presence. Bit of a shame, I suppose. A lot of the beers we've reviewed from Tesco, that new range of beer that was launched into Tesco, have been terrific. They launched a load of cans, I think it was the 1st of April 2019, so just over a month ago now. A lot of them have been really good. A lot of them have been good, some average, and then there's a different range. There's a bottled range then. Instead of your 440, your 330, 440 cans, nice and colourful, kind of younger style brewers in that range. Then you have the bottle range with more of traditional brewing qualities, I would say. Your Fullers, your St Austels, your Shepherd Neames, your fixtures and fittings type brewery. You expect them to be there. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, and I'm pretty sure Shepherd Neame won't mind me saying this. Shepherd Neame have brewed much better beer than this. They really have. This is far too malty. They really should have changed the malts out in this beer. Use something a lot lighter. You just want to draw sugars really. Just you can ferment them sugars into alcohol, and then you can dry hop the beer as much as you possibly can. it's a bit of a shame that you got all of this kind of like toffee, biscuity, malty. It's a bit like Master Brew Shepherd Neame Spitfire, kind of like hashed up with a load of hops, and a bit stronger at 4.8% ABV. I'm sure they can do better. I know they can do better. I've had their Generation Ale, which was like barrel aged for like 10 months. And that was a terrific beer. I've had a beer that they brewed in a collaboration with a Swedish brewer. It was an Imperial Stout, I think, which was terrific. And this, it looked promising. I gotta be honest, it looked promising. Bear Island East Coast Pale Ale. Right, let's pair it with the noodles. They are most definitely ready now. They've been ready the last 5 minutes. Okay, what are we getting from these noodles? They've really gone to town with the marketing. On these noodles. If you have a look at that on the fork, not my fork, but this fork, you get a real sense of kind of almost restaurant quality noodles that in a pot. Not too far away from being that, I suppose. They're quite thin. There's a good representation of what they look like. Okay, so they're described as our classic taste sensation, garlic and onion with as sweet as you like, but just wait for the warmth of the ginger to kick in, followed by a burst of fiery chili. Let's try them. I think this is my first time of trying naked noodle. Yeah, definitely onion and garlic. Goes quite well with the beer. I'm waiting for the fiery chili, if I'm perfectly honest. Just had a small piece of it then. Bit of chili on the fork. Unbelievably, you can pick these up in any major supermarket in the UK. Unbelievably, I picked this up for, it was half price. It was something like 69 pence. The question is, with the brand, with the way they've gone about it, it does look like a high-end noodle with the marketing. Is it better than pot noodle? Is it a different take on a pot noodle? Can it challenge pot noodle in terms of your number one snacky type noodle in the pot where you've just had boiling water? The answer is, for 69 pence, what I bought this for, half price, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a nice, after eating some of it now, there's a nice kick of ginger. There's a nice kick of chili on the back end. The noodles are tasty. Yeah, you're not going to get your soft fried noodles from the Chinese. I mean, don't expect that. They kind of look like that. They kind of look like soft fried noodles, so I was kind of almost like hoping. That's the ultimate dream, isn't it? To open a pack of these, add hot water, and you end up with something like soft fried noodles with a sweet and sour sauce or whatever for 69 pence. Chow mein sauce, let me see. Chow mein sauce, not sweet and sour sauce. They go with the chicken balls, don't they? So my review then for my rating for the egg noodles Thai sweet chili by Naked Noodle. I for 69 pence. You can't fault that. You can't beat that at all. Look at that. There's the ginger's nice, the onion, the garlic, the chili. The consistency of the noodle's nice. It's got a better consistency than a pot noodle. It surprises me really that pot noodle have not been able to kind of challenge these guys. I mean, they've had 20, 30 years, pot noodle, to get it right. You think they would have kind of made some nice kind of Thai pots, chili pots, like this Thai sweet chili. It's a bit odd that they didn't try and do that. Perhaps they will in the future. You can't beat a Bombay Bad Boy though. You can't beat a pot noodle Bombay Bad Boy. I really enjoyed them. But rating for the beer first. I am disappointed. I am disappointed in Shepherd Neame. This was, I think it was 3 bottles for £5.25. So this come in at, how's my maths? About £1.60, £1.70 a bottle. You can buy a bottle of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale for this type of price. And I feel like Shepherd Neame have gone after, pardon me, Sierra Nevada, kind of like their Pale Ale style of beer, or maybe Beer Republic even. They might have gone after Beer Republic with this whole branding. It would have worked. It really would have worked if they got it right. It's amazing really that a brewer with a history of from 1698 they must have tried some of these American style beers and then thought, right, okay, we need to copy that, it's a good thing. But you expect with the history from 1698 to today, where they want to copy this American style product, you'd expect them to get it right. It's amazing that the malts that they use to brew this beer, to be perfectly honest with you, and it's amazing that they've not really dry hopped it as much as I would have liked. Oh well. The question is, would I buy it again? I don't think I would. I think for my money, for £1.70 per bottle, I think there's better beers out there. I bought a Duval Triple Hop 9.5% ABV in Morrison's the other day for £2.50. That's a swing of 80 pence more. 80 pence more, and I'm getting a Belgian strong ale at 9.5% ABV that's been triple hopped with Citra, and it tasted wonderful. This is not it's not trying to be a 9.5% ABV beer, but I'm talking price bracket now where there's not that much difference in the price. There's 70 pence a bottle, but you're not going to drink a 9.5. You're not going to have 3 or 4 of them, are you? You're going to have 2 at the most. Yeah, that's quite. It's not what it's supposed to be, and I'm sure if you asked any other reviewer the same, they'd be saying the same thing. It's not where it should be. That's a poor beer. It's a poor beer, and that reflects in the rating. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. The noodles, meanwhile, egg noodles Thai sweet chili, Naked Noodle, 69 pence. Look at that. Look what you get for 69 pence food wise, and look what you get for £1.70 with a beer. It's strange, isn't it? I mean, amazing. 69 pence. Brilliant noodles. Probably normally they're £1.40, £1.50, but that's still a good price to pay for some nice Thai style noodles. I like them enough to give them an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.